Good afternoon from the Athens downtown area. I'm here next to the post office in this lovely park that was actually constructed by our University 100 students during our fall semester last year. I just thought this would be a good example to show you some of the projects that we do through University 100 that your classes will be doing this semester. I want to introduce myself. My name is Jesse Call. I'm the AmeriCorps Vista working at the Bonner House for campus-wide community service. Unfortunately, I'm only working until the end of next week. It's time for me to go, but we have two new Vistas coming in who will be taking the place of me and Alex from last year, and they will be ready and set to help you guys out as much as we did. So first I want to start out by telling you guys some of the goals that we have for our University 100 service component. And the main goal that we have, aside from assisting the community through making things like this happen behind me, is to get the students to know one another. We've known through the Bonner Scholars Program that really a good way to help students bond is to have them work together on a project like this. So one of our major goals for this project is to build teamwork and camaraderie among our freshman students. So that's the reason that we do it the way that we do, where the students work in teams together as an entire class as opposed to doing individualized projects. One of the secondary goals that we have for the project is to help students really feel like they can make an impact. We want students to realize that while they're here being students at Concord University, as well as when they graduate, that they can make an impact in their communities with just simple things. For example, bringing a team together to do something like build a park. This might be something that students aren't familiar with, that they can actually make things like this happen if they just work together. So one of our major goals is to show the need that's in the area and also show you how you can make an impact while you're a student. A third goal of our University 100 program is to get students familiar with our regional area. So some of our projects are going to be right here in the town of Athens, like this park was, and some of them are going to be farther away in places like Bluewell or Bramwell or Bluefield. And we do this mainly to help the students that may not be from this area, or even the students that are from this area, see the need around here and see the different communities and things that they can get involved with as they continue their studies here for the next 4 years. So now I'd like to talk to you a little bit about how this is going to work. The good news for you guys is it's going to be as easy as possible for you. Basically, the Bonner House is going to take care of this project for you and do most of the work for you. What's going to be involved is that a representative from the Bonner House, probably one of the two new AmeriCorps Vistas, will come and speak with your class about the opportunity. They'll introduce the entire concept of the service project to your class, and they'll also provide them with a list of options. As opposed to last year where we assigned projects to classes, this year we're going to provide students with options that they can choose from. That way the students will pick a project that they're going to find more value in. The way that we're going to do this is we're going to bring an entire list of our possible projects for the students, and we're going to have them vote. The way that we're going to do that is probably by ballot, and we'll have them vote probably for their top 3 projects, because some projects may be more popular than others and more students might want to do it than we can facilitate for one project. So once your students elect what projects they want to do, we'll take those ballots back and we will calculate them for you, and we will let you know what project your class chose by email. Then later on in the semester, we're going to ask representatives from the community to come in and share a little bit about what that experience is going to be. For example, if your class picks a project like the Athens Town Project, we might bring in a member of the Athens Town Council to tell you why this project is important. We'll ask them to come speak with your class for maybe 5 to 10 minutes tops, and throughout this semester there'll be a few times that we ask to come in and kind of help work with the project, including at the end when we'll be looking at reflecting on the experience and getting feedback. There is one more new option this time around that we didn't have last time, and that's that not every project that's going to be on the list is going to be a one-time service project. If you think that your class would rather do a long-term semester project, we're going to have a few of those options available too. For example, one of the projects will be to organize and coordinate our Box City event, which is a fundraiser for Scotty's Place, a camp for homeless kids. Throughout the semester, they can help us with getting that set up, the publicity, and getting organizations to sign up. If you think that's the kind of project that your class may have, those options will be available on there as well. If your class chooses to go with the longer term projects, we will be there to help support the project. Members from the AmeriCorps Vista team will be able to come in and kind of help facilitate that project coming to fruition. I'm sure some of you are wondering how this project is going to work logistically. For projects that are far away off campus, like maybe in Bramwell for example, we are going to provide transportation for those students to the project. Most of our projects are going to last about 2 to 4 hours, including travel time. When we provide the list of options or projects to the students to vote for, we're going to do our best to include the time commitment that's involved on that, and also the necessary date commitments that might be involved in that. For example, many of our projects last year were facilitated around 8 o'clock on Saturday. We're going to try to provide more options this time with our projects, and if there's a commitment that we need to make to a time, for example, if the project can only happen at 8 o'clock on Saturday, we are going to try to make sure that that's on the list so that all the students in the class will be aware of that when they vote for the project. Another one of the logistics concerns is even if the class chooses the project, there may be a few students that aren't going to be able to make it due to scheduling conflicts. If you have some of these students that absolutely cannot make it to the project that the class chooses, have them contact the Bonner House and we'll be glad to assign them to another University 100 project with another class. Our goal primarily is to keep students in teams with their classes so they get to know the people in their class. But if we can't make that happen, the second best option is to have them at least get to know some of the other freshmen. We want you to do that, to have them contact us at the Bonner House, as opposed to just excusing them from the project or having them work on a project individually. I also want to talk to you guys about participation in the project. We want to encourage all the professors to participate in their projects. We've noticed in the past that this has been beneficial to the students. It gives them a chance to really get to know you better, to feel more comfortable with you, and use you as a resource later on through the years. But it is not necessary that you attend. If you're completely unable to attend one of the project can still go on without you. With that being said, we want to really encourage you to participate in the projects. Lastly, I want to let you guys know that unfortunately I'm not there to answer your questions today, but if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to contact us at the Bonner House. My name is Jesse Call, and my supervisor is Kathy Ball, who will be working with the projects. You can reach us at extension 6009 or by emailing volunteer@concord.edu. And we want to encourage you guys, if you have any questions or concerns, to go ahead and contact us as soon as possible. We'll be glad to address those concerns with you ahead of time. We ask that you don't reserve your questions for when we come to speak with your class. We had a few times last semester that happened, and it just felt like it kind of ruined the dynamic of the project when we were introducing it to the class. So we ask that if you have any questions or concerns about this project, you go ahead and let us know now, and we'll be glad to get back with you as soon as we can. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't be there today. I'm probably really sweaty and gross right now at a ropes course in Heiko with our Bonner Scholars for their orientation. But I do want the chance to meet any of you guys that may be new faculty. Come by the Bonner House or give us a call and I'll be glad to talk to you. Just before I leave, I'd like to get a chance to meet you. I hope you guys have an amazing semester, and I will always be available to you even after I leave. So I hope you have a great time.